lot to love about
Yeah.
Coach Steve Kerr, but what was the most intriguing that you learned as you sat down to talk, not just to Coach Kerr, but to
Right.
everybody about him?
Well, you think about one thing that, I didn't know that I found out when he was in Phoenix. He said he did a terrible job as a GM in Phoenix. He said he was awful at it. It's so fun. I mean, it was an odd thing to say, but I mean, he said that was part of why he maybe got some perspective on the job, and you can't let the job consume you and make you feel, that all of your results are determined by what happens on the floor, and so he's changed a lot in that way. Maybe not quite as he's competitive as hell. Make no mistake about that. But I think there's some humanity, some more humanity there. And he said also being around San Antonio and Popovich and R.C. Buford and those guys helped an awful lot over the years. But yeah, I mean, he copped to it that that was not a good time for him. And Rick Welch, who was there in Phoenix with him at the time as the team president, said the same thing. Said he was miserable while he was running the team, but he's become much happier since he's become a coach.
Yeah, it's such a difference because we've spent so much time out there in the Bay around that team, around that coaching staff, and they have such a good time. I mean, I feel like fans don't really understand the huge difference in the way that they're running that franchise as opposed to the other 29 when you walk inside.
Well, one thing that Kerr did, for one of the first things he did when he got the job is that he went to Seattle. He went to a Seahawks practice. And he talked with the Seahawks about what they were doing, and they were playing loud music all the time. And they told him, look, you got to have some fun during practice. It can't just be monotonous, robotic. All right, let's run 17s, and then let's run the weave and all that sort of thing. You got to have some fun. So that was a big part of it, too, was learning how to kind of run a team. He knew what he wanted to do on the floor, but it's everything off the floor, I think, that makes them a special team.